I'm Brent Hite with Brent Hite Outdoors.
And I'm Mondo Gonzales, Prophecy Watchers, and also the Psalm19project.com.
Today is April the 8th, 2024, and we're setting things up with the telescope to view the solar eclipse.
We're Carol and Jerry Hammond, and we've come here from Anacortes, Washington to Greers Ferry Lake to photograph the eclipse. I've got two cameras here, and we're about a quarter of the way in, so we're looking forward to our final photographs.
Hi, I'm Graham Keelan. I'm from Bristol, England. I'm visiting with Mondo and met Brent, and we're here at his parents' place here at Greers Ferry Lake, and I have the privilege of viewing the eclipse here. So looking forward to that, and yeah, we'll have a blessed time.
Hi Prophecy Watchers, I'm Brady. I'm part of the Psalm 19 project team. I wanted to share with you some of the setup procedures that we're going through to get ready for today's eclipse. Step number one is getting the telescope mount ready. This is called an equatorial mount. It's a special type of mount that you set it for the exact latitude where you're located, and then it's got an electronic drive through here that tracks the ecliptic of the sun, but without having to do any adjustments during the time of the duration. So step number one is actually to come in here and orient it north to south. So we come in here, and I've actually got an app on my telephone so that we can orient to true north. Not magnetic north, because that's different, but to true north. We've got that set up here, and then the second step is actually there's a bubble right here, and adjust the legs for the terrain so that we've got everything level. Next step is going to bring the telescope and have it actually put on the mount.
Hey everybody, we are here in the Ozark Mountains, just north of Little Rock, getting excited for the upcoming eclipse. And so we have kind of our, what we call control station here, and we're going to be connecting the laptop to two different telescopes, which we'll show you in a little bit. And it'll all be connected, and we're all going to try to get some images of what we would call the white light of the sun. But also we have a very special telescope here with a hydrogen alpha filter on it, a couple different filters on it that help us focus in on a very specific wavelength, which is very, very cool. And again, we'll have some images of that. But we're excited. The weather seems like it's going to hold today. We were on our way to Texas and realized that's a no-go. And so now we're at this location, which was our a kind of alternate location, and so far so good. As you can see, it's still sunny, so hang on. So this is our main setup that we're going to have before even the eclipse happens, because this is a Takahashi 85 millimeter, which is like 3¼ inches. And for those that are interested, it's a 450 focal length, f5, a little over f5, which just tells you, again, the focal length and the focal ratio. We have on here a very cool diagonal called a Herschel diagonal, which allows us to, basically has, instead of having a solar filter on the front, which is typical, this is a very special one that allows us to see, filters basically allows us to look at the sun dispersing the heat out here. We have our eyepiece on, which is super heavy, 2-inch eyepiece. But on top of that, we have a Lunt 60 millimeter, very specific solar scope. It has, you can see here, two different things. It's got a hydrogen alpha filter built in, so 60 millimeters, 420 focal length. And then we have our camera on the back. So we're going to be able to look through this, which is really amazing in real time. So we'll do that as well. And so this allows that very special wavelength of light. To make it short, when the sun's giving off its light, it's giving off like a pure white light, all the wavelengths of light. That allows us to look through this. And then we can see the sunspots and stuff on the sun. This is isolating a very specific wavelength of light, which again is in there. It's in here. It's just blurred out by all the rest of the brightness of the other frequencies. But by doing this, you can see what's the word I'm looking for? Prominences that are shooting off the sun. It's just amazing. Some of these prominences, you can see them shooting off live. You just look at them and go, wow. And they're like the size of 3 Earths. It's just incredible, the size of the sun. This is our EQ6 mount. We have it pointed to the north, and then polar line to the north, and it'll track for us. So as we eventually get to the sun, we just turn it on, and it'll keep the sun in the center of the view for the focus, or for the field of view, which is pretty cool. So these are going to be the things that we do before the eclipse even, and then during the eclipse, we'll take images before and after and through with the hydrogen alpha setup. So it's pretty neat. God has blessed us with some good equipment. Again, what's the goal here? The ultimate goal is to see what He has created. And just a couple little things before we go is in God's creation, He has set up the only place really that we know in the universe so far, but at least in our solar system, where the moon is 400 times smaller than the sun. But yet God has placed us 400 times, what's the word I'm looking for, Brad?
Just the distance between?
The distance between is exactly divisible by 400. So when the moon comes in shadows, the moon gets between us and the sun, it creates this opportunity for a perfect shadow and a perfect eclipse of the sun. So nowhere else in the solar system do you have this level of specificity when it comes. But God designed these things as a way to show us His majesty, specifically for us. I mean, we are here to observe this. And which is cool. He did it specifically for us. Again, what does it show? It just shows the glory of God. He did this for humanity. So hang on, we got some more coming. So what we're doing here, this is kind of fun. We put a couple holes in here just to show you how you can see the eclipse, which this could have been done earlier, but nevertheless we're live right now, and of course this shows you how to do it. So we put a couple little pinholes in with an ice pick. We put this big one in just to kind of see what would happen. And so now if you come and you look at this, you can see the big one did nothing, but the little holes, the farther you go away, you can see that the sun is being eclipsed right now. It's currently a partial one, looks like a half moon, and it's currently on its way to total eclipse. But this is the easy way to give yourself a way to do an eclipse check. And you can compare.
Because it's like they were in a crater. I know they're not different.
So compare it to the one here, the white light, where you can see it, and then you can kind of go, oh, yeah, is that the same spot, same location?
Yeah, well, you just see the
Basically
the black,
sunspot,
yeah, the black.
Yep.
But it's just magnificent, isn't it?
Oh, it's so.
Like you say, it never gets old.
It doesn't get old.
Hey Mondo, what are you looking at?
So we have a monochrome camera out here, which is specifically for lunar and solar and planets. But so we have a live view. This is a live view of the sun right now. It's mono, so it's getting black and white. But you can see here. Look at these prominences that are shooting off the sun. This is live.
Yeah.
This is exactly. I mean, these things. These things are like Earth size, or probably 2 or 3 Earth sizes that are shooting off the sun. So
explain what they are actually.
These are just, I wouldn't call them flares, but these are prominences that are of the gas, of the ionized gas shooting up off of the surface, and they're coming back down, and it's incredible what we're seeing here. This is through a hydrogen alpha telescope. So normally when if you looked at these through the white scope, you're just going to see the disk of the sun, and you see sunspots. But we specifically put the camera on the hydrogen alpha to get these prominences that are shooting off. Again, these are real, but they're coming off. The light in them is through the hydrogen gas. Normally, it's so you'd be blind to see with all the other white light. It would blinds it out. But by isolating this very singular wavelength, we get to see what's happening here. It's amazing. Live.
It is amazing.
90 seconds!
Oh, man.
Oh, man. You gotta be kidding me. I know how to do it. I'll lower these feet.
Oh, what amazing! So amazing, man. Yes. We got 4 minutes, gentlemen.
How many?
We got about less than a minute, or about a minute. But we have 4 minutes. Once it's 60 seconds.
For shadow bands.
I'm gonna take the pictures here, and then I'll go out there.
I'm not gonna be able to get it through here.
30 seconds. Observe Umbra approach.
40 seconds.
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Camera filters.
Oh, look at this.
20. Remove camera filters.
The dark side. Look at grab some
Oh yeah, I'll grab it.
Oh, I love with that.
Hey, are you guys going to be doing any filming?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna pull my camera out.
I'm going to launch the drone. Is that going to
No,
make
no.
too much noise?
Oh, look at Venus.
No way.
Wow.
Venus.
Wow.
Yes.
Venus is there. Oh, look at it. There's the diamond ring. Oh my gosh. Oh my Lord, how
Glasses
beautiful.
off.
There's Jupiter.
See Jupiter. Oh baby.
Oh, I guess.
So we are at the totality.
Okay, here we are. And yes, total eclipse. There is Venus.
And it just about got completely dark on us. We can see the stars. There's a planet there beside the sun. And we are at totality right now. Looks like sunset in the distance over there. See that? There's an airplane catching the view of the eclipse from the air.
Oh, look at the prominence to due south in the 6 o'clock position.
Yes. Oh, you could look at him shooting off.
Yeah.
Look at it, like, oh, look at the birds. Look at noon. Look at like 11 o'clock. You can see the prominences.
Yep.
One at like 7, right? One at like 5. Oh. No, ancient times. I mean, this would freak people out.
You betcha.
Oh, I got a picture of Jupiter and Venus.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
step over here. Look at the sunset. Look at the horizon over here.
Oh, it absolutely looks like a sunset. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, hope the drone picks all that up. just saw out of the near Venus.
What'd you see near
Out
Venus?
of the corner of my eye, I just thought I saw a. I think Mercury's fairly got to be fairly close to it. Maybe not. Maybe it was just a play of my eye.
There is something. Looks like a red line at the bottom, right?
I just saw a small fine dot. That's why I was hoping it was one of the other planets.
There's some kind of red-looking line at the bottom.
Well, on the sun, you see there's a really prominent
Yep.
display of prominence.
It's kind of like looking at the Soho with the occulter disc in front of it.
Oh, we got a plane, a contrail coming.
Oh, yeah?
What's really bright at the bottom there at 6?
That's
Yeah.
that prominence. That's a prominence going off.
Let me see on here.
But I didn't see it on the. I didn't see it on ours.
Oh, I see it. Look, I see it.
You do?
Yeah. Look at the prominences there.
Oh yeah. Okay.
They're, I mean,
That is it then.
yeah, let's do another capture. Yeah, you can see that. I don't want to be looking straight up and looking at this. Oh, man.
We're getting ready to have the contrail cut right across the sun.
Graham, what do you think?
Oh, beautiful.
I don't see Saturn anywhere.
I'm not picking. My eyes aren't picking up either.
No, just
Stars.
So it's currently 19 minutes till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And it's just dust dark here.
Lord, that's pretty spectacular.
Yep. I can imagine how in ancient cultures they would be like, "Oh, God is speaking somehow. Ra has been dominated."
That's right.
You know, they're celebrating this at Cahokia today.
Are they really?
A pagan
That's
celebration.
Yep, that's a perfect spot, really. Oh, there it is. Watch your eyes.
All right, we're coming out of totality,
Diamond ring.
and so it's getting brighter.
Don't look at it. I never looked at it with my binoculars.
Sun's coming out.
There's not much to see right now. You only can see that's a little speck of light.
What's the light come rushing back?
We're getting our light back.
Yeah, don't stare at it, Brent. We want you to remain your eyes.
I gotta get my glasses on.
Wow. That was really.
So it's just, there's just a little sliver. I don't know if you can see it through the glasses.
Little diffraction patterns.
Just a little sliver light, and already
Can we just do that again?
Can we do it one more time?
already it's getting very daylight again.
I know. Look at that.
I've been capturing
I'm gonna go back over to the computer screen,
quick capture of
and we'll let you see
video.
the sliver of light that's coming through. So
See,
that much of the sun is making this much daylight right now. So the temperature dropped probably, what, 5 degrees here?
Oh, it was way more than that.
Yeah.
Okay. That promise could not be in a better location. Oh, another one, yeah. That's already separated off the sun.
Gentlemen,
What do you think, Graham?
Wow.
We did it.
Cool experience?
It's,
you allowed us.
you know, people say, what's the, sorry, I've run up from the deck here.
Right,
People say, you know, what's the big deal? You have to experience it
right.
to know it's something majestic, ethereal. You know, there's a miracle, you know, in a scientific way, there's a miracle at work.
Right.
Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous.
Awesome.
Decent picture. I mean, actually, not too bad.
Not bad.
From, so there's always going to be better, but with my cell phone,
I'll check on my camera to see.
that's all.
Would you mind that? I love that picture. Can you do another one of those?
Snapshot.
I just.
So here we are. We just experienced one of the most phenomenal things in my life, certainly astronomically, the totality for over 4 minutes, and incredible. Brad, thoughts?
I don't think I can put it into words. It's really indescribable. You can look at it from scientific terms and from observational terms, but it was more of just the feeling
as the sun started getting darker, you could see the intensity of the light starting to drop, the coolness of the air, and there was a stillness. The wind's starting to pick up again right now, but before it just went still. So it was cool and still, and it just kept getting darker. And then when the sun went into totality, it was just breathtaking. It was just an incredible wonder to see. We were so blessed that God gives us wonders like this that we get to enjoy. So
perfect clear skies. What I didn't realize is that it would be this dark. It actually went so dark, and then we had a view of the northern horizon, and it looked like sunset.
Yeah,
it totally.
orange.
Yeah. So Brent, what are your thoughts?
Well, this was my second time to experience this. 7 years ago, I was in Chester, Illinois, and I was standing on the bank of the Mississippi River, and it seemed there was a difference this time, and what you mentioned about it getting still and cooler, that was more noticeable to me. I was standing on the bank of the river, so I probably didn't notice the temperature change last time. But today I could tell the temperature change, and I thought looking out at the horizon was real neat with that orange sunset looking color to the horizon there. So great experience, and we got like what, 4 minutes and 9 seconds.
To me, that it actually, I was almost like, what else do I do? Because we're taking images here. We're seeing the prominences with the telescopes. We're getting some images, but 4 minutes was amazing.
But it went by too fast.
Yeah, we wanted to do it again.
As soon as it finished, I wanted to say, wait a minute, rewind. Let's do this. Can we see it again?
And then we saw the little sliver. And the amazing thing too is we got pictures, but we could see Venus.
Yes.
And we could see Jupiter. I mean, here we are in the middle of the day. Both of them, boom, jumped right in.
If not for the trees that are close, we could probably see more planets.
Yeah, because I think Saturn was a little farther towards the horizon over here. But to be able to see this, I mean, again, the next one is 20 years from now. So who knows?
That's it for me.
We'll see.
That was wonderful. Incredible experience.
Good deal, guys.
Glad to enjoy it with you guys.
So as Mondo, Brad, and I were filming and taking photos from the south side of the bluff, Jerry Hammond was stationed on the north side of the bluff. He got some real interesting photos, and I'm going to share some of them with you now. So at the end of the day, we looked for the Pons-Brooks Comet. We had instruments to tell us which direction to look, but cloud cover rolled in and blocked our view of the western sky. We did have fun looking for it, though. So at the end of the day, Mondo and Brad helped Frank take down the flag, and Graham and I tried to sing, but you probably don't want to hear that. But I do want to thank you for watching and say, be safe, God bless, and we'll see you next time on Brent Hite Outdoors.